Oh, it's the No Face movement. And it's January 25th, 2013. I'm bringing warnings and watches on Entacast till January 28th, 2013. Now let's get into it. We've been seeing a lot of strange stuff. Alright, the other, about 5 to 6 days ago, I put warnings and watches out for severe storm around the Great Lake region. Alright, folks. And as you can see, it dissipate now. There's nothing there, no kind of energy, and it was rare because all we got up to a 9. Alright, we're going to see severe storms still occurring for the next 8 days on top of this storm that's called Con. And then I got warnings and watches. There's still 80% chance, alright, on the west coast for a major earthquake. Alright, we've been seeing earthquakes all along the New Midge fault line around Texas, Oklahoma, the Appalachian fault lines. I still got warnings and watches for moderate to severe earthquake. Alright, as we move over to RSOE, you can see all the earthquakes that put warnings and watches out. We had earthquakes today in California, and Oklahoma, and Texas, and Japan. They're moderate size. Europe, Central Europe, Russia, Europe, Argentina, South America, North America, California. It's been having a lot of stuff. Canada, the Philippines, Madagascar, Alaska, all over the world. Alright. It's from all the Haarp rings that we're seeing that put warnings and watches. Yes, sir. Check out my other one, the space weather one. We got earthquakes and all that stuff in the title. Check that one out. That's for RSOE, Haarp ring, But on top of that, if you look at space weather, you see right at the top. Yesterday, early this morning, solar winds, including a CME, hit Earth. So our storms are going to get intensified from that. I still got warnings and watches out for earthquakes, superstorms, severe storms, volcano activity, and geomagnetic storm that is hitting Earth right now, folks. Alright. And as we go into as we get to water vapors and chemtrails, right? Yesterday, we're about to see the videos of the chemtrails that they were spraying over us. Now the cloud has dissipated and move northeast, but you can still see the lines kind of as it forms the cloud. Alright, it wasn't just here in southeast Michigan, it was around different spots of America. But you can see these two systems right here. Alright, this is the head of the system. Alright, this is the head of the system. This system is going to pull down, it's going to dip down. And I got warnings and watches for another system or severe storm that's going to collide over Missouri, Tennessee, and Kentucky. So be on a watch out for that. There's a 60% chance of that. Alright, now let me show you the chemtrails. And when we come back, you're going to see the weather. After the chemtrails, you're going to see the snow that happened not even 24 hours after we seen the chemtrails. Well, about 26 hours. And we're going to get into weather warnings and watches. The rest on Entacast. Oh, it's a No Face movement, and it's January 24th, 2013, and you can check. We got the chemtrails going all around us, up there, over there. They're spraying the joint. Alright, we'll bring you updates on the Haarp status and on the chemtrail map on Entacast. This is the No Face move until next time, facing off. And you can see these chemtrails. It's amazing. I'm gonna bring more updates. You just look all around. You see the chemtrails. Let's zoom out. Alright, this is the movement till next time. They're all over the place. Alright, get clear. No Face movements, January 25th, 2013. And this is the day after the chemtrails. As you can see, there's a lot of snow. Alright, folks, all that energy. This storm popped out of nowhere. They couldn't predict this on the weather channel or none of that stuff. But here on the movement channel, we have. with all our scientific evidence from space weather, from chemtrails, from Haarp rings. As you can see, there's a lot of snow. I'm bringing more reports. Just keep watching. This is the movement, moving. Until next time, facing off. As you can see, all the snow. And it's only been 1 hour. All right. So you see the chemtrails. You see it snowing the day after. Now let me get to warnings and watches on Entacast. Alright, so we also seen the energy that's coming in that's around our north magnetic pole, and we're having a geomagnetic storm. You can see how it's increasing. Alright, and you can see all the storms up here. They're growing in size. Alright, it's going to take a minute, but the Russian black is going to become more severe. The Greenland black is already growing, because that's where the main focus of the energy went. But it's going to start turning. It's not going to reach all the way down. It's going to just stay right above the Great Lakes, maybe a couple 100 miles. But it's going to keep turning. And these storms, they're coming on shore right here. They're not coming fully on in the Arctic, so we're not going to get that Arctic hardcore air. Alright, but we're going to get this moisture. It's coming up. It's going to get cooled down. Alright. And as this storm up here pushes it down, you see the moisture of the Gulf of Mexico coming on the shore right there around California. Going to go through Arizona. It's going to get sucked up. Alright. The storm right here is connected to this, so it's pulling it west to east. The system that's coming on is moving up. It's going to move down, but it's going to bring all that moisture up around the Great Lakes, the Midwest, the Northeast. And our temperatures should be around Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Should be up there between 30s and 50s from being brought down to the teens. In the Northeast, the Midwest, that super cold air. Alright, folks, but I still got warnings and watches out there for major storms. Alright, I got warnings and watches for the next 24 to 72 hours for Finland, Sweden, Central Europe still. You guys are still getting hit by the Haarp ring. And you guys are at a 9 still, so warnings and watches for major storms and earthquakes over there. Warnings and watches down here around Indonesia and Papua New Guinea. You guys are about to get hit by some tropical moisture bringing a lot of rain. Alright, folks, out here in the Indian Ocean, we might have a possible cyclone. It's right in the middle. Alright, the next 24 to 72 hours. Alright, now let's get it into what's happening over the Midwest, where I told you guys that a major storm's coming through, and they haven't seen it. They warned us about a day ago. They just started saying it's called Khan.
Khan brings ice and snow to South, Mid-Atlantic, and Midwest. Winter Storm Khan brought a swath of snow from the Midwest to the Mid-Atlantic on Friday. Parts of the South, including southern Kentucky, eastern Tennessee, northern South Carolina, and North Carolina, have seen significant icing from the storm. While snow and ice will continue to impact the Friday afternoon and evening commute from the Mid-Atlantic to North Carolina, we expect the storm to move out to the sea by later in the evening. Dangerous travel conditions will persist through the overnight into Saturday morning for areas that have seen accumulations of ice, sleet, and snow. Below are a few of the notable reports for Khan, which is the 11th named winter storm of the season. Illinois. Khan brought Chicago its first official 1-inch snow of the season, the latest date that's ever occurred in the period of official weather records. Michigan. 1.4 inches of snow measured in Detroit. Indiana, up to 3 inches of snow reported in Richmond. Ohio, 4 inches of snow reported in several locations, including West Liberty. Kentucky, locally as much as a ½ inch of ice accumulation near Hazard. Numerous reports of slick roads and hazardous travel in the southeast part of the state. More than 100 accidents reported in Pulaski County alone.
All right, you read the rest on the links at the bottom. Now let me show you this storm. All right, here's the warnings and watches. Once I got warnings and watches for the next 24 to 72 hours for severe weather in the Northeast, southern Quebec, around Quebec, Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, Hamilton, Ontario. As you can see, there's Haarp rings within the storm, so expect more severe weather for the next 24-72 hours in Con. Alright, we got, you see it's getting intense, all of a sudden it just gets intense. So a lot of that energy just went right into the storm, right there. Alright folks, I got warnings and watches as this system is going to be moving west-east slow, but kind of north for South Carolina and south of North Carolina. Then we got another system that's coming on land right here. That system's going to start moving west in a day or two. Alright, and this system's going to keep moving up. It's going to bring all this air from down here. It's going to start bringing it up. So we might see 40s and 50s around the northeast, the Midwest, Central Plains, even maybe some spots in the north. Alright, but this system right here is getting hit, as you can see, with Haarp rings. Alright, and this system is going to be moving down. Alright, and over time they're going to either collide, somewhere. Alright, from Missouri, Illinois, alright, all the way around Denver. Alright, I'm in Colorado, over. Alright folks, so somewhere right here, these two systems are going to meet up. It's going to be really intense. And we're going to see some severe weather around Tuesday and Wednesday. I still got warnings and watches still in effect, even though all that energy most likely just went into this storm. And they're saying it's just going to last. It's Friday night now. Look how slow this storm is moving. Alright? And they just hit it with Haarp. Plus, on top of that, we got energy from the solar winds. Alright? So we're going to see a lot of strange stuff happening. This is the no-face moon. Please be prepared. Bug out kits in your home, in your place of business, in your car. You never know when a national disaster or catastrophic event could happen. This is the moving moon to next time, facing off. But all these storms are moving really slow right now. Alright, just check them out. Got Haarp rings here. Got Haarp ring right in the center there. Got Haarp rings over here. It's a major Haarp ring. Alright. So I got warnings and watches. You got Haarp rings right there north of California. I got a lot of activities south of Alabama, south in Georgia, north in Florida, and Atlantic Ocean. That's a big Haarp ring too within this storm, folks. So we're going to see this system come up. It's going to collide with this system. Alright. This system's tagging along with the system that's up here in the Atlantic Ocean that's sucking up, going to collide with the Greenland block. Alright. That system's going to start sucking back down. It ain't going to make it all the way down to the Great Lakes. It's going to make it right above, but it's going to bring all this storm down. That's going to collide. Alright. This is the no-face movement. Until next time, facing off.